Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am doing a little like run of reviews with some low ABV beers, not like I normally do, and then watch it back and think I'm not putting that out there. I had a really good stout night last night, and I had some real fantastic stouts, and one that really surprised me because I didn't even realise I had it. And I was trying to go for the little tins, and it ended up being 11%. It was like pure engine oil. It was absolutely fantastic. I wish I had reviewed it because I feel as if like I've let that one go by, and I should have introduced it to you. I still can, and I probably will do it in a short, maybe. But I'm going to look to try and get it again. And yeah, I think it was a random one we got from the curators of craft. And I missed the boat. I drank it last night, and oh Christ, it literally turned the glass black. It was incredible. It didn't leave a white stick or anything like that. It turned the glass black as this t-shirt. So anyway, so I've been to Tesco today to get a few bits and bobs, and I always go around the beer aisle, and I don't really care for much of the craft beer that's there and such like whatever. I sort of walk on by it a lot of the times, and also even all the traditional beers now, you know, I'm sort of like, I drink them sort of off camera. I do like all the traditional beers still, and I do like a lot of the, you know, the beers that we have there. My torch is on. It's off now. And so anyway, yeah. So I do drink like quite a bit of standard beer, but like off camera. But anyway, I thought to myself, I'm going to have a quick look, and I've seen a few stouts, and I've seen this one, and I've not had this before. From Badger Brewery or Hall and Woodhouse. Hall and Woodhouse, is it? I think I can't even see. Yeah, Hall and Woodhouse. Yes. So it's not Badger, it's Hall and Woodhouse, but you know, they're still Badger. So we got the Master Stoat, and this was in the 4 for $7 at Tesco. Coffee stout, alcohol 5% by volume, roasted and rich with coffee and caramel notes. Hope it lives up to what it's saying, but you know, these are good brewery, aren't they? You know, they do some good stuff. So let's get this out with the right way around, Speno, and see what we got. So yeah. Oh crikey. Oh, some coffee notes there. I love it. I'm going to be careful with this because the last one I've just had, I poured it thinking it wouldn't be quite so carbonated, and then it ended up nearly going over the top. Oh god, that smells a little bit different to the one I've just had. It really does. Really does. Oh my god, yeah. Wow, that is the. Oh, that's like a bloody stout air freshener. That is. I've got lights on in here. I'm not really put my normal. I've got a ring light that lights everything up, so it's daylight outside still. And I'm normally down here with the night sky, and I have my ring light. That I am 18 inches away from that beer in old school measuring, and God, that is filling the room with like coffee. Yeah, like a chocolate coffee, coffee milkshake even, you know what I mean? Like a real sweet, nice, mild, but roast, really nice. Honestly, that's, you know when they always say if you're selling a house, if you say, always put a coffee on before someone comes in. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're selling a house now, before I even touch this beer, smell this beer, drink this beer, do anything, if you're selling a house now, and you want to fill the room and fill it with a really nice, lovely, roasted coffee smell, crack one of these open just before someone comes in, because it's filling this cabin up. I can smell it. It's in the air. It's absolutely, if this tastes as great as it smells, I'm going to be over the moon, because I've just been a little bit disappointed with the one I've had now. God, I love it. I love it when I feel this. It better tastes as good as it smells, because I love coffee. And that, if I walked into somebody's house and I smelt that, I'd be like, oh, that smells like a beautiful coffee. Please, may I have one? So I can't get over that. That's absolutely amazing. So I just want to, oh my God. I mean, I love, so I've got quite a nice coffee machine because I love coffee. So I get a bit anal about all these coffee stouts. If the coffees are stringent and a bit bittery, horrible coffee, you know, Nescafe coffee. You know, if you have a strong Nescafe coffee, like that's in my opinion anyway, just a standard Nescafe, like. But yeah, this is like a really nice, creamy, roasted smell. I ain't even touched the beer yet. Anyway, waffling on. Crikey. Oh, that smells nice. Now, you know what, right? Now, Hall and Woodhouse, I believe, brew the Aldi coffee stout, which is banging. And I was going to bring it to the channel, but Jenny wants to drink it, so I'm not allowed. Well, I can go and get another one because I think they're only about 180. I'm not. That smells very similar. That really does. That really does smell very similar, and it is brewed by. I'm sure it's brewed by them. But oh God, that is just God. Now, I mean, there's a reason why it's hashtag Speno waffle, because like, you know, it's like QVC. When you used to watch QVC and they can talk about a Hoover for 3 hours, it just freaking hoovers. You know what I mean? It just hoovers. You're like, it's a Hoover and it hoovers. Okay. Well, this is a beer and it's a beer, but it's like, that's just, that's creamy smelling, beautiful coffee, lovely. Chocolate. Oh my God. Cheers, everybody. Oh, right. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so is my mic connected? Yes. I couldn't help myself, right? Okay. I know I've got one of these in the fridge. It's just come out of the fridge. It's in the food fridge up there, so it might be too cold. So this, I believe, now this is from Aldi, right? So this is going to be, you know, a little bit, it's turned a corner, right? Now, where, I don't think it says anywhere, but now the reason I know, or I suspect that I know, is because I watched Paul's, when I was down here going through YouTube videos and things, I watched Paul's beer reviews, and he reviewed this, and I thought, oh God, I've got one of them in the fridge. It is a good one, you're right, it is fantastic. And he mentioned, I'm sure he mentioned it was brewed by Hall and Woodhouse. If I'm wrong, I'll correct that, but I'm just thinking, I did have a few last night, so I've got to be careful. And basically, this Master Stoat tastes what I can remember this to be like. And he mentioned, if they're brewing a beer this good for Aldi, why ain't they doing their own beer? Well, if this is, you know, it might be. But I almost think, I mean, that's good. That's everything I want in a coffee stout. That's absolutely, it's delicious. It's leaving a real silkiness to the mouthfeel. You know, it's just keeps you swallowing because you've got an element of dryness to it, but it's not dry. It's sort of like malty sweet. It's decadent. It's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful, right? That's really good. And I can't believe I've not even had one. Right, I've got to find the same glass. I'm sure I washed all my glasses. Yep. So here we go. Let's get this out. So, okay, stick with me. It's going to be a Speno waffle. This is a specially selected coffee flavoured beer, rich, dark, indulgent, and it's got Global Beer Masters Award. Does it say Gold 2022? I think. God, even though I've got my glasses on, it's so. Oh, here we go! Yay! Right, so brewed in the UK in partnership with Hall and Woodhouse. So yes, I'm right. I loved watching Paul's beer review, I'll mention him in this video. I like to catch up on my other beer reviewers, but sometimes you're that wrapped up in what you're doing. And he loved it. And there's no shame in us craft drinking gurus or whatever loving a £1.79, £1.80 Aldi beer if it's good. Now this, I know without a doubt. And he gave it a 10 out of 10. And you know, for me, I give Speno 10 out of 10s, right? Which really, it's just me having a laugh and me sort of saying that if a beer wows me, if a beer makes me go, ooh, wow, yeah, it's like this, that's going to get a 10 out of 10 because look at the reaction I got when I just, similar, same thing. So, right, I think that looks like a white ahead. Let's create a little, because there's a little bit more in here. Let's create the head on this. Let's have a look. Oh, don't you dare go over. Don't you dare go over. So, right, ladies and gentlemen, I know we've got a bigger head on the left. I think you're going to agree with me. Aldi's beer. Right, oh, crikey, I can't. Oh, I'm going to borrow a Guinness glass for this. Here we go. Oh, look, that looks teeny in the background. It's only because it's down here, right? So, ooh, steady. So here we have, right, the Badger beer, right, or Hall and Woodhouse beer. Yeah, and here we have the Aldi one. Look at the head. Look at it. The same, right? When I cracked open this beer, and when Paul said, if they're doing a beer this good for Aldi, why haven't they done their own? Maybe they have. Maybe it's the same beer. Best of both worlds. Sell it in Tesco on the 4 for £7. Sell it in Aldi under a different name. Best of both worlds, isn't it? Hey, fair play. They're not doing anything wrong. They're not doing anything wrong. This is brewed in partnership. Brewed in the UK in partnership with Hall & Oates. Yeah, why not? Why not? Right, so let's have a look. They smell the same. They smell exactly the same. They look the same. The Badger one. Oh, God, it's beautiful. Wow. Oh, my God, it's so nice. This is why I thought, as soon as I drank that, I thought, that tastes like this. This is absolutely fantastic, this is. Oh, it's... And do you know what as well? I'm an advocate of saying that don't have stouts too cold. And my wife, Janie, she loves her stouts. She's got some banging stouts in this fridge. 11, 12%, some crazy stouts. She's really just gotten into the stouts. And I used to say to her, you don't want to drink it straight out the fridge. It's too cold. And she disagrees. She says, I like it because you get all the cold flavours that come through that are different to the warm flavours. And as you drink an 11 or 12% stout and you go down that glass, it warms up naturally anyway. You wouldn't believe if you put a temperature probe in your beer, you could have it at 6 degrees. And by the time you drank it, it was like 14 degrees. It warms up that fast. So I agree. Some stouts, if you have them cold, they've not got enough flavour in them to warrant having them cold. The only way you're going to get anything out of them is to have them warm. But this is cold and it's got all the flavours you can imagine. It's absolute. It smells beautiful. It's got that absolutely fantastic, beautiful, roasted, creamy coffee, chocolatey, malty, toffee type malts. Oh, it's like absolutely fantastic. Right, I'm going to get into the Aldi one now and see if it's the same, because I think it is. Cheers, everybody. Oh God, that's fantastic as well. A little bit, probably a little bit too cold. I've probably got to get this to warm up a little bit. Right, so same levels of carbonation, same coloured head, same colour beer. At the minute, and this is why you say it, so this is pretty cold. This has just come out the fridge at the house. That really strikes the bitter side of it. So I think if there's any like, if there's any hops in there, because it's quite, giving any kind of like, if they've got any bitter in from the hops as well as from the roasted sort of like side of things, the coldness ignites a bit more of that like bitter smash on your tongue. The flavours are the same. That's just colder at the minute. It's like drinking the same beer. The difference is the Badger or the Hall and Woodhouse one here, the Master Stoat, is 5%. The coffee stout from Aldi and Hall and Woodhouse is 5.2%. So you got a 0.2% extra bonus in this beer. But wow. This is a battle of the same beer. Do you know what? If any of my YouTubers that do beer reviews, like Crumbly Beard, like Simon for the Real Ale Craft Beer, he won't be watching this. Beer Monster, he definitely will be watching this. I think the only beer reviewer out there who will be watching this will be the Beer Monster, Crumbly Beard, probably Mark from the Craft Beer Hub, maybe. Oh, do the AB on this. I'll really love your opinion on this. And I just want to thank Paul as well, and I'm going to tag him in this. So Paul's beer reviews, go down in the description. He'll be in there. Go and follow him. Check him out. He's wicked. I think he probably runs a pub as well, or he's got a pub, so he really knows his stuff. If it wasn't for him mentioning about, I didn't even look who had brewed this, to be fair, the Aldi one. I hadn't looked. I just got it, drank it, thought it was brilliant, and then just got some more, and I've had it several times. So I sort of know what it tastes like. So if it wasn't for him saying, well, why don't, Badger Brewery or the Hall of Woodhouse, why don't they brew their own stout? If they're doing it for somebody else, why don't... And when I went into Tesco today, I weren't even going out today anyway. I wasn't. But I had to go there to get some supplies for Janie because she's not very well. And I stumbled on this. And now I am talking about it. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely beautiful. Do you know what as well? Ooh, there is a slight difference. But I'm sure it can be because that one's a bit colder. There is a bit more of a bite to this. Initially on the tongue, there is a little bit more bite, but I think that's probably because that's a bit colder. So sticking the tongue in the beer. Yeah, there's the same bite, but I think I'm just getting more of the bite from that one because it is quite a bit colder. And I'm feeling full now. I'm drinking a litre of beer. Well, I will be. I've already done. I've already done another stout. Oh, honestly, I can't stress enough. I mean, so the Badger Master Stoat was in Tesco on the 4 for £7. So they're all pretty much traditional beers. So you can't say you're paying a bit more. That's why they go on the 4 for £7. They wouldn't really put anything that's going to cost £4 in a 4 for £7. It's all them. Like I think I got a Timothy Taylor Landlord. I got a Hobgoblin Stout. I got the Badger Stoat, and what else did I get? Oh, I got a Adnams Broadside, which actually 6.3%. That's pretty decent. Although they blaming bamboozled me, they did, because they changed the damn label, I think, and I thought it was a new beer, a new type of Broadside, but it ain't. It's just the same blooming beer. Anyway, a very nice beer. So 4 for £7, just under £2 each. You know, you can't knock it. It's probably working out the same price as this. But honestly, if you like coffee stout, and I can't believe I've not done the Guinness coffee stout, to be fair. Yeah. But if you like coffee stout, oh my goodness me. Any of these two, if you're in Tesco's, get that. If you're in Aldi, get that. Honestly, I can't recommend them enough. They're both Speno 10 out of 10 beers. They're absolutely, and I can see why Paul gave that a 10 out of 10. Proper, I mean, like, people will say to me, Speno, you're a proper beer reviewer. Just stop putting yourself down. But what I'm saying is, there's real, like, proper good beer reviewers out there that review every day and do it a lot of time, and they're really knowledgeable and they really know it. So for somebody as like sort of out there as Paul, you know, to give this a 10 out of 10, that's a real big you know, a real big shout out for that beer. And I hope this remains in Aldi, and I hope that they keep the recipe the same, and just if they need to up the cost on it to keep the recipe the same as inflation changes or whatever, then so be it, you know, but don't change it. Keep it the same. Frigging fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. All of the time you're getting that coffee aroma. Throughout this whole chat, I'm getting coffee aroma. And I'm getting that a really beautiful coffee. You know, I don't know what the ingredients is in this beer and where they've got the coffee taste from, whether they've got it from the roasted malts or whether they've actually put actual ground coffee in there or coffee beans or whatever. I don't know. But the coffee flavour is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to quote Brewdog, their Black Heart. It's a good stout, it is, but the coffee taste in that, for me personally, and I know there's a lot of people who love it, but like I say, we're all different. For the coffee taste in that, for me, is too astringent. It's too, like, astringent. It's just too much. It's not a smooth coffee. It's not a lovely blended, because, you know, I can have coffee beans in my machine up there, which is strong. Number 5, number 6 coffee. They're very, very strong, but they're smooth. You know, they're nice. When you do an espresso, it actually has a head on it. You don't need, in the coffee that comes out, you don't need any milk in it, because it looks like it's got milk in it already, because it's creamy and it's quality. And there's a lot of people that I've given that a coffee to that they'll go, whoa, wow, you know what I mean? That's in you. That's a proper. I'm literally going to be running around the garden like, you know, like you've wound me up, let me go, because of the caffeine in it. You know what I mean? But it's good for me because it helps me to do all this waffling. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The coffee taste in this is like the most greatest, loveliest, smoothest, decadent coffee with that lovely toffee type of like taste with the chocolate as well, the dark chocolate. Every time you lift this beer up, the coffee note is massive. and beautiful. They are the same beer. They are the same beer. The only difference between the Aldi one and this at the minute, and I can feel it just by touching the glass, is this is still cold compared to this. But I've done this before. I did it with the Shankala Brewery. They're the home of the smoked beer, and they do their Shankala smoked beer, yellow label beer, which I've reviewed on this channel. It's fantastic. And when I drank it, I thought, whoa, that tastes like the Braybrook smoked lager. I flew off. I thought I'd one in. I literally thought I'd one in. And I flew off to Murray at Clarendon Park, the Offie, which is the bottle shop. I knew he'd have some, and he did. And I bought the Shankala yellow labelled original smoked beer, and I bought the Braybrook smoked beer, and I brought them back here, and I A/B'd them together, and I never put it out on the channel because I was so wrong. Like, the smoked beer I had from Braybrook was fantastic. If you check out the videos, if you've lasted this long, I've done a review on that. Fantastic. The Shankala smoked beer, absolutely awesome. But put them together and they're night and day. They're absolutely night and day. So your mind tells you, I'm drinking the Badger one, or this one, and it tastes like this one. And I went and got this one, and I was expected probably to go, no, actually I'm wrong, but I ain't. They are the same beer. They are the same beer. Lovely, beautiful, creamy coffee nose with the same mouthfeel, the same fizz, just a little bit more bite because of the cold. Yeah, the same smell. Yeah. Honestly, I tell you what, if I was to pour both these beers out at the same time, and I'm so convinced these are the same beers. If I was to say two, my beer reviewing friends, blind test, right, taste that, tell me what you think. And they'll have a sip of it. And they're, oh my God, it's beautiful. Yeah, lovely coffee, nice some toffee taste in there, real caramelly toffee, beautiful, lovely roast, a really creamy coffee taste, brilliant. And the beers were the same temperature and everything. And then I gave them the other beer, but tipped out the same amount of what they've drank. So I put it down, right, have another go, and gave them the different beer. They're sipping them. Yeah, it's really nice, love it. They would not say to me, you just gave me a different beer. That's a different beer. That's not the same. They wouldn't be able to tell. So anyway, I'm going to just hang around here to let the Aldi one warm up a bit. So I'll edit it out just to double check that when it gets to the same time. I have got a temperature probe, but I'm not going to be that anal. I'm just going to use my hands. But why they have brewed the Aldi one at 5.2% and not 5%? I think that's probably the way out. That's probably not the way out as such. They've got nothing to hide. It's not like these brewers are trying to copy the beer. The Hall and Woodhouse have brewed both these beers, so like they're not hiding away from anything. But I'm just wondering if they've just done this a little bit higher in the ABV, just to, well, it can't be the same beer because that's 5%, that's 5.2. Just, I don't know, just to take you off the scent a bit. But nah, they are the same beer. Trust me. Trust me. Right, I will be back in a second when the other one has warmed up a little bit. Oh, so just in between, waiting for that to warm up, I bought these wheels, right? Beer tasting wheel, beer flavour wheels from Beer Dredge. So www.beerdredge.com. I'll put that in the link. It's fantastic. So you've got everything here. So say for instance, like you got hops, the malts, the grain, and the adjuncts. You got water, yeast and fermentation. Undesirable, inappropriate to style. What's that? Highly fused alcohol, sulfur, light stroke. Yeah, so it's great. So basically some undesirable flavours that you get in beer. So here we go. So light stroke, like skunky, burnt rubber. Yeah, so you know, so if you get like some of these beers in a green bottle or a clear bottle, and they get a lot in the supermarket lights, they can get that skunky sort of like cannabisy almost type smell. Yeah, old hops, cheesy, sweaty socks. Woohoo! So yeah, hops fade fast. Remember that. But anyway, fantastic. So you got that. They come in 3, double-sided. So yeah, check them out. I'm only saying this because fantastic service. And you know, malt flavour wheel. So let's say, for instance, we've got these roasted. This here we've got so roasted and smoked. So you got like peat smoked, wood, meat smoked, campfire burnt, roasted barley, coffee beans. Definite coffee beans in these. Black coffee if it's the quality coffee. Yeah, I love a black coffee, but a black coffee that's not quality coffee, bit stringent. Cocoa, cacao, dark chocolate. There is dark chocolate. There's milk chocolate in that as well. Molasses, treacle. Yeah, well, I'm not going to say there's molasses or treacle in there, but there's a definite toffee, caramel sort of taste. So maple syrup. Ooh, you see, dark caramel toffee, like light. I'm going to say light caramel toffee in this. Yeah, like a light caramel. Yeah, a light caramel toffee sort of taste in this. And you got fudge, brown sugar, vanilla. Oh, there's ours of vanilla. Now, you see, this is the whole purpose of these wheels, right? Because you know that these have got roasted barley, and you know they've got roasted malts and things like that. And you know they're probably going to have like caramelts in or something like that, because it is a sweet. There is a sweetness in there. So you can spin through this, and have a look, and there you go, vanilla. So there's something that's hitting me like a ton of bricks now, and yet I didn't pick that out because I was too involved with the coffee. But yeah, there is a vanilla, nice vanilla creaminess to these beers, these same beers. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, check out the website. I bought the notebook as well. Lovely guy, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, sent me a nice message. I'm gonna cover that up there. Sent me a thank you note because the delivery was late and because he had issues with the notebook, and he was just so emailing me, he was so informative and very apologetic. He didn't need to do that, you know, and sent me a bit of a freebie as well. Fantastic. So like, yeah, brilliant. Anyway, check it out. So we're back, and I've been doing this for a while now, because I know that whilst I'm trying to warm this one up, the Aldi one, the other one's getting warmer and warmer and warmer as we speak. So I think we've both now got these beers at the exact same sort of temperature. You know, they feel the same as I'm drinking them. They feel the same in temperature. The actual levels of the quality of the beer is class as well. Really good. Nice lacing down the glass, sticking to the glass. The head still remaining all the way down. Even though I've not been really shaking this one up, though, it's still got its like head there. You know, it's still got a level of foam on the top. That's down to the clean glasses as well. So right, so the Master Stout. Still huge coffee. Oh, coffee, vanilla, chocolate, treacle, toffee. It's a wonderful smell. That is absolutely beautiful. Oh my God. At 5%, it's almost disappointing in a way, because you think, God, if they could probably dial it down to 4.5. I don't want them to. Don't get me wrong, I don't want them to, but it's the sort of beer that you think, oh, I'd like 4 of them. But I think at 5%, I probably wouldn't have 4. It's a bit, they're quite filling actually. They're quite filling. There's a lot in there. There's a lot going on in there. It's just the same, exactly the same. There's no difference. Yep. Sugars in there that could probably carry on fermenting and get more and more alcohol. So they're either brewing it to like, I don't know, like a 7% or 8% or something, and then like liquor adjusting it down to 5% for. So I think what they've done is, I think they've brewed the same beer, and then they liquor adjust it, like most breweries do brew the beer. They can't just brew a beer and go, boom, job done, that's 5% every single time. They literally can't do it. I just don't bother. I'm sure they can, but generally you can't guarantee that if you ferment that beer for a level of time, it's going to end up spot on at 5%. Trust me, there's a big stigma about Guinness. Like, it's watered down. Well, yeah, most beers are. It's liquor adjusted. So they're probably brewing this at like 7%, something like that. All the same ingredients. And then they liquor adjust it. High gravity brewing. They liquor adjust it for Tesco, for this one, the Master Stout, to 5%. And they liquor adjust this one to 5.2. It's a 0.2% that just keeps it different. But trust me, they are the same beer. Buy them yourself and try them AB. I guarantee that if you was to pour both them beers out and somebody switched the glasses, the only way you would tell is because the first one, you drink that much out of it, and then when you get the next one, you realise it's at the top. But if every time you drank out that one, they adjusted that to suit, you wouldn't know. Anyway, I've been Speno, and these have been 2 beers from the same brewery that taste the same, that are the same beer, in my opinion. And they are both Speno 10 out of 10s. Absolutely delicious, absolutely fantastic, a wonderful, probably one of the best coffee stouts I've tasted in my life. The lingering taste as well, which is the most important thing for me. It's the experience. The experience of the beer is what beer drinking should be about. You drink with your eyes, you drink with your nose, and you drink with your mouth. So from when you pour it out, the look of the beer looks fantastic. The smell of the beer was absolutely outrageously awesome. The taste of the beer is beautiful, lovely. It's an experience, and that's why both these beers get a 10 out of 10. Speno 10 out of 10. Thank you. I have been Speno, and I've drank a litre of beer for you. And this is Live, Laugh and Love time of the channel. Just take care of yourself, and just remember, no matter, there's always beer. All right, much love. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.